Welcome to Evanced Solutions How-To session. Today's session, we are going to cover how to manage reviews in Summer Reader. Let's begin by signing in to the staff side of the Summer Reader program. You will need to know your staff user password or your administrative password to make the changes for today's session. So here in the password box, I will be typing in my administrative password. And I can either hit the Enter key on my keyboard or I can select the Login button here on the front of my screen. Once the program opens, you will see that it opens up in Manage Programs. Within my Manage Programs, you will see that I have 2 programs currently in my list. Your institution may have multiple programs that you will see going down the middle of your screen. Now we can get to Manage Reviews directly from one of these programs by coming over to the column and actually selecting, as you can see here, the number 5, which would represent the 5 reviews for that youth summer program. If I come up here to Not Available, that means there are no reviews available for this program, and as you can see, my cursor will not open up to where I can click on that. If I come down here to the 5, I'm able to click on the 5 and go into Manage Reviews. That is one way of going into Manage Reviews. However, there is another way. If we come up to the toolbar and we go to System Maintenance, and we come down to Manage and go to Reviews and Comments, it takes us to the exact same place. So here, as you can see, Youth Summer Reader Program, and it's going to list all of the reviews that we currently have. Just as if we went over to Manage Programs and I selected the 5. And as you can see, it's the exact same screen. Before you can really manage your reviews, you have to understand the different types of views you would have for your reviews. And there is a difference between logging and reviews. We're going to get to that in just a second. I first want to go over to System Maintenance, come to Programs, and I'm going to edit my programs. As you can see on my program list, I have 3 different programs. We're going to take a look at the setup for each one of these. So the first one we're going to go into is the Tiny Tots. Within Tiny Tots, we're going to go into the Program Setup, and I'm going to come all the way down to Review Settings. Now, this one here, the view is going to be set up on the home page. What that means is a patron, when they log into their home page, they're going to be able to put their reviews on that very first page. It's going to be completely separate from their logs. So, for instance, let's go take a look at this particular program. I'm going to select the Tiny Tots program, and I'm going to sign in as the patron. So, coming down to the bottom, when that home page is selected, you're going to have this right here where you could submit review. And once I hit submit review, I'll be able to type in my review, so whatever that may be. And then I could select save, and it will go into the pending for us to manage. And that's all controlled over on the staff side of the Summer Reader program in this program setup. So when you're setting up your program, you'll have this section that you can populate, and then you could set your conditions. So under homepage entry would allow the patron to enter their review on that home page. Now there is a difference between log page entry, and I'm going to go over to another program by going to System Maintenance. I'm going to edit program again, and this time I'm going to do Youth Summer Reader Program. And scrolling down to that same section, Reviews and Settings, as you can see, this particular program is set up for log page entry, and it also has a place for separate entry for reviews. So let's flip over to the patron side and let's talk about that. And we're going to log into the Youth Summer Reader Program. So here in Sierra Canale's homepage, and I'm going to scroll down, and you will see that there is not an option for me to submit a review from the home page. Where the review is submitted is under the Add View Log. And if you notice, there's a top section for me to post my log. So I can put that there's one book, that's how many books she's read. Then there's a box for reviews. However, this should be populated with the author, the book title, and then if you ask for it, maybe a summary of the book. And then she would put in the date that this log was created or the date that she read the book. The bottom section, however, is for the actual review. So this is where she would put, Twilight was an awesome book. And then the other option she has, do you want to make this review public, yes or no? So she can keep this review to herself and with the library, or she can make this public to allow other patrons to make comments to this particular review. So she would select Save, and it'll be listed in the list of reviews once we approve it. Let's go back over to the staff side of the Summer Reader program, and there's a third option. And I'm going to go back up to System Maintenance, Edit Program, and we're going to select Young Adults. Within the program setup of the Young Adults program, we're going to scroll down to the Review Settings, and this time we're going to do Log Page Entry. However, I'm going to turn off the separate entry for review, so I'm going to say no. And then we can either go to the top or the bottom and select Save. Let's go over to the patron side of the Summer Reader program and see how that affected their view. Here we are in the program homepage for Young Adults, and we're going to sign in as one of our patrons. So still, we have no options of adding a review on the home page, and if we go under Add View Log, there is currently just the log feature. However, this box is going to work as the review as well. So when I put in my information, I'm going to put one book, the review, the book was great. And then I could put in the author, the book title, and maybe a comment about the book. I would put in the log date. I would want to make this public and go ahead and hit Save. See how that could be confusing for our patrons? Because that would be the review as well as their log. So we would have to give them explicit instructions on how to populate that box. I'm going to hit the back button. Let's go over to Manage Programs, and I just want to quickly show you what Manage Programs and what it looks like. So under Manage Programs, you will see each one of our programs has a review that's pending. The one that we just added was the Young Adults. Let's click on, under the reviews, the number 4, and you will see that the review was added here. The book was great, then it has the author, the book title, and the comment. So that was 3 ways of adding your different reviews. You can have it on the home page, which is completely separate from the log. You can have it within the log, where there's 2 separate boxes, one for the actual log and one for the review, or you can have it all in one. It all depends on how you set up the actual program under Program Setup. So once you're in Program Setup, everything is controlled by these review settings. Now, if you did not want to turn on reviews at all, if you did not want your patrons to do any reviews, you would simply just select off, hit Save, and this particular program wouldn't allow any reviews.